Hey babe, I hope you're doing well and taking care of yourself. Lately, I've been thinking more than ever about us, about our connection, our bond, and everything that we've shared together. My mind has been a whirlwind of emotions, reflections, and realizations, and I felt that I needed to put these thoughts into words so that you could truly understand where I am coming from. I want this letter to be as honest, heartfelt, and thorough as possible because you deserve clarity and honesty above all else. You deserve to know exactly what I feel and why I feel it, even when those feelings are complicated and painful to express. These past months, or perhaps longer, have been some of the most meaningful and transformative periods of my life, and a large part of that is because of you. I can honestly say that the connection we share is rare, beautiful, and unlike anything I've ever experienced. Every moment we've spent together, whether in laughter, conversation, silence, or comfort, has left a lasting impression on me. I remember the way you smiled on certain days, the subtle gestures that revealed your kindness, the times when our conversations went on for hours, and even the quiet moments where words weren't necessary because being together felt enough. Those memories are vivid and alive in my mind, and they remind me constantly of how lucky I am to have shared them with someone like you. And yet, even as I cherish these moments, I cannot ignore the reality that has started to encroach on our lives. Lately, I've been noticing whispers, subtle comments, doubts, and speculation surrounding our relationship. At first, they were almost imperceptible, passing remarks, small questions from people who might not fully understand the depth or innocence of what we share. But over time, these whispers have grown into louder conversations. They have transformed into rumors, assumptions, and a growing sense of suspicion that threatens to distort the reality of our bond. I cannot overstate how troubling this is to me. These rumors and doubts weigh heavily on my mind. They are a constant presence, and I find myself thinking about them more than I would like. I am concerned not about us, because I know the truth of what we share, but about how these perceptions might affect others, the people we care about, the people who love us, and even those who might be indirectly impacted. I never wanted our relationship to be a source of misunderstanding, gossip, or hurt, and the idea that it might be perceived wrongly, that our intentions might be questioned, is deeply distressing to me. Please understand that the feelings I have for you are real, profound, and unwavering. My affection, my care, and my respect for you have never diminished, and they never will. But love, as strong as it is, cannot shield us from the influence of outside perceptions. Sometimes, no matter how genuine our intentions are, the world around us can misinterpret our actions, misread our interactions, and create consequences that are painful and unfair. And that is precisely what has me thinking so carefully about our situation. I have spent countless hours reflecting on every possible scenario, every potential outcome, and every consequence that continuing our relationship under these circumstances might bring. I've questioned myself. Am I overreacting? Am I letting fear or caution dictate my choices? Am I being too careful, too protective? And yet, the more I think about it, the more I realize that there is a responsibility here, one that I cannot ignore. Love is not just about what we feel for each other. It is about being mindful of how our actions affect others, about protecting those who care about us, and about ensuring that our bond does not unintentionally create harm. It pains me greatly to write this because I know it will be hard for you to hear. You are such an incredible person, kind, understanding, thoughtful, and the last thing I would ever want is to hurt you. But honesty and responsibility require me to say this. I believe it is best for us not to see each other anymore, at least for now. I want to be clear that this decision has nothing to do with diminishing my feelings for you or the value of our relationship. It is entirely about the circumstances surrounding us and the potential impact on everyone involved. I've heard from multiple sources that doubts and suspicions about our relationship have been circulating. What might have started as idle gossip has slowly grown into serious questions in people's minds. There are conversations happening that suggest we might be involved in something inappropriate, even though we know that is far from the truth. The thought that our relationship, something so genuine and meaningful, is being misinterpreted in this way is incredibly upsetting to me. I never wanted to be in a position where our actions, which are innocent and heartfelt, could be misconstrued by others. And yet, this is the reality we now face. It is not only about what people are saying, it is about the consequences that these perceptions can create. Misunderstandings can escalate, words can be twisted, reputations can be damaged, sometimes irreversibly. And while our connection is true, pure, and above reproach, the way others perceive it could bring hurt to those we care about, including you, me, and even people who are not directly involved. I cannot allow the bond we share to unintentionally harm someone else. And I cannot ignore the responsibility I feel toward protecting everyone's feelings. I have reflected on this deeply and at length, weighing the emotional consequences against the value of our connection. I have thought about the memories we have shared, the laughter, the conversations, the times when we leaned on each other during difficult moments, and I treasure each one deeply. But I have also considered the external pressures, the rumors, and the growing suspicions that could escalate if we continue. And after all this reflection, I have arrived at a conclusion that is incredibly difficult for me to accept, yet one that I believe is necessary. We need to step back from each other. This is not a decision born out of a lack of love or care. It is a decision born out of respect for you, for me, and for everyone else who could be affected. I am choosing to prioritize responsibility, integrity, and thoughtfulness over comfort because I care too much to allow misunderstandings to spiral out of control. Love is not always about holding on. Sometimes it is about stepping back to protect what is precious, to preserve trust, and to honor the emotions of everyone involved. I want to make it clear that this does not erase the value of what we share. Every moment we have spent together has been a treasure. Every conversation, every laugh, every quiet moment of understanding has left a permanent imprint on my heart. Those memories will remain with me forever. They are not diminished by this decision. In fact, I hope that stepping back will allow us to preserve the beauty of those memories without letting them be tainted by misunderstanding or rumor. I care about you deeply, and I respect you immensely. The thought of causing you pain is unbearable, and yet I hope you can understand that this decision comes from a place of care, not indifference. I am trying to act responsibly, thoughtfully, and with consideration for the feelings of everyone involved. The world may not always understand our intentions, but that does not lessen the value of what we share. And it is precisely because I value it so much that I want to protect it from being misunderstood. Please know that you will always hold a special place in my heart. I will treasure the memories we created together, the bond we formed, and the moments that made our relationship unique. This decision was not made lightly, and it comes from a place of reflection, care, and deep respect. I hope that in time, you will see that it is not a rejection of you or of what we have, but a choice made with the intention of protecting what is precious, preserving trust, and acting with integrity. I hope that you can forgive me for the pain this may cause. Please understand that my love and care for you have not changed. They remain strong and genuine. But love alone cannot shield us from the outside forces and perceptions that have begun to encroach on our relationship. And so, I must make this difficult choice to protect us, protect our memories, and protect everyone involved from unnecessary pain or misunderstanding. The time we have spent together has been among the most meaningful of my life. I will never forget the laughter, the support, the connection, and the love we have shared. These are treasures I will carry with me always, and I hope that Despite the distance this decision creates, you can carry them with you as well. I care about you too much to let this continue under circumstances that could cause pain, confusion, or conflict. I care about the people around us, and I care about the trust, respect, and integrity that form the foundation of any meaningful relationship. And so, even though it hurts, I believe that stepping back is the responsible, thoughtful, and caring thing to do.